Oh yes, he gave us tongues and gullets, stomachs too, but nothing extraordinary to feed them with. He gave us bread and meat and water, but nothing so rare that it thrills our eye. But what he's left undone, good Mrs. Lovett's rectified, or with succulent eyes. You know their reputation, and well do they deserve it, for there is about them a flavor never surpassed or even equaled. The pastry, oh gentlemen, the pastry is lovely purpled at its edges by her own fair hand. Its top baked in a rich and golden brown, and underneath impregnated by the aroma of a delicious gravy that defies description. Do but lift that heavenly canopy, and there below lie juicy chunks of meat so artistically mixed up, the lean so soft that you may only tease the tendrils of its flesh merely by revolving the tip of your tongue. Oh, gentlemen, I know where I tease these tendrils. Can you deny yourself such bliss? Oh, I cannot. You must hurry before they're all sold out. I'm sorry, Beth, I've got no money.
I don't want no money. What's his name? The barber, him up there.
Him? His name is Sweeney Todd. He and Mrs. Love go half shares in the pie. The trade we're doing at the moment is a tiny bit, believe me.
Where's he from?
Oh, I don't know. First I saw him when he scotched the old governor out to spiral in the St. Dunstan marketplace. Now I wonder what happened to him. Funny the way he disappeared.
Disappeared?
Yes, we come around a matter of business to see Mr. Todd, and while I was eating a pie downstairs, he went off. I never saw him again. Not that complaining mind, stroke of luck that was, because Mrs. Lovett offered me a job that same day. Said if Al came back, she'd buy me off of him. Thank God he hasn't so far. Of course, there aren't a half horrible smell around here. Shocking it is.
It comes from the cellars roundabout.
They ought to do something about it.
Have you been down to your mistress's cellars?
No such luck. That's where she bakes her pies. I wouldn't mind half an hour down there doing a bit of damage, I can tell you. But I'm off now. Got work to do. Here's a halfpenny. It's all I've got. Cross me heart.
God bless you, lad.
And you, Mom?
Oh, wait! Don't eat those pies no more. Don't eat them.
You might as well tell me not to go to sleep. Why not, for the love of God?
I fear their contents are not savory.
Oh, you have not tasted them, else you wouldn't say that.
Excuse me. Can you direct me to Mr. Sweeney Todd's establishment?
What do you want there?
That's none of your business. Ah, I see it then.
No! Don't go in! Go elsewhere!
I've tried everywhere else. This is my last hope.
Alms. Alms for a poor, unfortunate woman.
Trade flourishes. My razor sleeps to wake again and blood himself when custom comes. Pretty toy, this chair. I never grow tired of it. Yet I must hold myself in check. Lately I've grown impatient, and I've been tempted to dispose of men with wives and children, men whose absence would be missed. That's folly. Orphans and strangers to the town, men without ties or friends. Those are the customers I like to see. I grow bored. Does no one want to shave?
Mr. Todd!
Happy time. Come in, sir. Shave?
No, I've come about what? Listen to ticklish. You understand. You remember me.
Well, your face seems familiar.
I was at St. Dunstan's marketplace the day you won that wager.
Oh, now it comes back to me. You're the one about the chicken.
Morales Miracle Elixir, sir. Yes, that's me. And notwithstanding what it was, I rubbed it in. But it didn't do no good, of course. As you can see, it's got worse.
Well, that's not so bad. There are plenty of bald men in this world. Some say it's a sign of potency.
Well, my wife did.
Then I obey it.
Oh, that's all very well for most people, but it don't help me at all. You see, Mr. Todd, my head's just a bit that shows. and all lately. Legs, arms, back. You never saw such a kangaroo. And it made me fortune for me. My hair. I'm a prize fighter. You see, not championship class or nothing like that. But I made a good living on account of my hair. So you would barely build me as. And I used to fight real dirty and foul about life. And then 6 months ago, I had a disappointment in love, as you might say. My missus went off with Tom Stokes, the fighting blacksmith. He's a real class. You might have heard of him. She took the kiddies with her and left me all alone.
Better and better. Pray, since are all examine you.
And ever since then, it's been coming out in handfuls. I can't get to work no more. I mean, look at me. I'm as smooth as a baby's bum.
Troubles are at end, my friend.
Oh, Mr. Todd, you mean that you can help me?
Aye. Just is cool. Do sit, sir.
Oh, if you can, I mean, I tried everything. I even had a sort of wig made for the whole body. I don't know where they got the hair from. Get or some such. I should have wondered as well. I had some little visitors in it. But it was no good anyway. One of the legs started coming adrift in the second round. And I had to lie down and be counted out. And I wasn't supposed to do that until the 8th. They booed me, Mr. Todd. They booed me!
I'll see what I can do.
And it's making a laughing stock of me, Mr. Todd! You won't tell anyone, will you?
Your secret's safe with me. And mine will be with you. For dead men tell no tales. Now, sit back and all your worries. You can just show me your chest.
Oh, if you can, I'll be forever grateful.
That did not sound like gratitude, my friend. But now you'll sit still. So that's done. This aid is going to be a scheme to rescue Joanna. Yes. I'll ponder on it. Mrs. Lovett, are you there? Attend to the cellar, if you will.
Right you are! I'll just finish rolling out my pastries and be right down!
Is there no justice in the world, nor none in heaven, that all my prayers remain unanswered? How can a just and Christian God watch over a world where evil flourishes unchecked, whilst virtue ends in madness? Oh, my fair Joanna, I will not rest till you are free. These stones will be my pillow, and this rain my only succor until we are together. I feel it's farther off than ever. Alas. Her voice. So she lives, and so may I again. Joanna! Joanna! What made her stop so suddenly? Has someone done her harm? Oh, I'll not hesitate to kill a man such as he. Oh, Joanna! Joanna!
Now then, young man, I've had complaints about you. Mr. Fox is how you're disturbing his patients while this racket. Now move along, let's bring one that lot inside.
There's a woman been unlawfully placed.
Are you making a formal complaint?
I am.
Complaints. Everyone's always complaining. It's not the lewd woman in Drury Lane, it's the foul smell in Fleet Street. If it's not that, some tale woe from the likes of you. Alright, what's her name then?
Joanna.
That wouldn't be Judge Turpin's word now, would it?
He is not fit to claim that title, but yes, 'tis he.
Now you watch your step, young man. That's slander, that is. Can't have the likes of you shouting your mouth off about your elbows and betters now, can we? And as for his ward, she's mad, all right. I put her in there myself. So, having investigated your complaint, I hereby find that there is no truth to it whatsoever, and that it is a dangerous and wicked fabrication. Look, son, take a bit of friendly advice. Forget about this here Joanna. She's not for you. Anyways, there's plenty of other fish in the sea. You should know that.
I will not rest till she be free.
All right, if that's the way you want it then. But I give you fair warning. If I catch you babbling this pack of lies around town, I will run you in. Now go on, be off with you. And you tell your barber friend Todd that I've had orders to investigate his place as soon as I can spare the time. There's a foul smell around there that fair makes you want to vomit. You tell him I'll be around. And no more of this complaining nonsense, mind.
Authorities overturned. The age is sick, and only desperonies alone will serve.
I don't know what's the matter with youngsters today. Always bloody complaining, they are.
be done in a jiffy. But waste not, want not, these black puddings are selling very well, you know. There. That'll do. Huh. I'm fair worn out from all this work, I am. Fair worn out. Not that I'm complaining, mind. Not of the trade we're doing and the overhead so low-like. You know, Mr. Todd, we'll be able to pack it in and retire soon. I've always fancied living by the seaside. Open up a little guest house or something. I mean, you could do in the art visitor just to keep your hand in line, or you could open a little barber shop on the front if that weren't enough. Now, where I put those seasonings? Here we are. My old mother used to say that you could make scraggin taste like chicken if you were particular with your seasonings. Now, what was I saying? Oh, yes. Wouldn't it be beautiful by the sea? All that fresh air. And you're partial to a bit of fish for your tea, aren't you? Or a shrimp or two, all done in butter. I say you like a bit of fish, don't you, Mr. Todd? Well, how about it then? We can go on like this, you know.
Like what?
You living about like us, not married. People are beginning to talk.
Let them.
Typical men. Oh, it's all very well for you, but it's not so nice for a woman, I can tell you. All sorts of names they're calling me behind my back, I shouldn't wonder. Well, it's not nice, is it? I mean, you do love me, just a teensy bit, don't you?
Indeed I do.
Oh, here my hand is all mucky, just let me give them a wipe. Now then, how about a little guest house? I'd keep it nice as pie, I would. Warm your slippers by the fire and then fetch you a jug when you wanted one. Polish your razors up regular. You wouldn't want for nothing with me looking after you.
The judge, the beetle, first.
I thought you packed that whole revenge business in. Still moaning after your Lucy, still wishing she hadn't poisoned herself.
There now. Sweeney Todd's never had a wife, has he?
No, but that other fellow did.
You don't love that other fellow. You love Sweeney Todd. Come, come.
I suppose so. Oh, I could eat you up, I could. They're so lovely.
Oops, sorry to intrude.
No, stay, Tobias. What is it you want?
I was wondering if there was any odd pies, like going to waste.
There's one over there you can have. It's a bargain then. You do the judge and the beetle first, and then we'll look for premises by the sea.
Agreed.
Can I have a drop of ale, Mrs. Lovett?
Of course you can.
Well,
Aren't you going to propose then?
This woman grows ridiculous, but I must humor her. When the judge and the beetle are both dead, my dear.
Oh, well. I suppose I've waited so long already, it can't do me no harm to wait a little bit longer.
delicious, Mrs. O. Delicious.
Oh, he's a boy, isn't he? Loves my cooking, he does.
I don't know how you do it, Mrs. L. That woman wants her old head examined.
What woman?
The old bed woman that hangs about sometimes. She said how your pies weren't tasty. I told her straight she couldn't have tasted one or she wouldn't say that.
What passed between you?
Oh, she's just some silly old nitbag. She asked some questions about you and said how Mrs. L's pies weren't savory. She's a bit daft, if you ask me.
Who is this woman?
I know no more than you, but she grows dangerous.
So does the boy.
Dispose of them.
Yes, but later. The boy is still of use. Tobias, you have done your job so well that, if such were possible, Mrs. Lovett now has too much custom. Why, she cannot bake her pies as fast as they're being eaten.
Oh, Mr. Todd, you're not going to turn me out, are you?
No, Tobias, that would be gross ingratitude. And folly, too. We thought that, Since you like their pie so much, you could assist in the cooking of them, you see? Why, you could eat your fill of pie, piping hot, fresh from the oven.
Oh, Mr. Todd, could I?
Of course, of course. My dear, why don't you take him down to the cellars at once so we can get started? And lock him in. You'll never see another soul to tell of what he knows.
That will serve. Yes, come Tobias, I'll explain your duties.
Boy goes willingly. He'll make the pies and eat them and be happy. Many men would envy his position. Withdrawn from the struggles and toils of bare existence, amply provided with his board and lodgings, would be astonishing if you were otherwise unsatisfied. Good morrow, Anthony.
Is it good morrow?
Still so sad?
I never shall be, till Joanna's free. I feel it's far off than ever. Today I stopped by her grim prison when the beadle chanced along. It appears the owner of the place complains of me. And now I'm denied all hope of hearing my poor lady's voice. Whereas that same beadle who first thrust her in there by the judge's orders now forbids me to go near the place.
It's harsh.
And by the way, the beadle said he'd stop by to investigate the foul odor hereabouts.
The beadle coming here. That's good. That's good. Well, then he put on a brighter face. Right, devised a scheme to set Joanna free.
To set her free? Tell me, what is it?
A customer spoke of buying some hair from Newgate Prison, seeking to make a wig. And if from there, why not from Jonas Fogg? If bids me entrance for masquerades one who make such wigs, and once inside...
No, let me go. I cannot sit idly by while you attempted this. Let me disguise myself and take the chance, or I will save her or die in the attempt.
It shall be so. But send a letter first to state your business, saying that your particular need is for some hair the exact same color as Joanna's. Describe the shade exactly, that he may show her to you, and then effect escape.
I will, and this will serve our turn. I'll partial the disguise and draft the letter straight, and have you look it through so you see nothing is wrong in the rig, for I know not of wigs. Oh, my friend, I owe you my life, for I resolved to blow my brains out with this very instrument.
His life for a life. You saved me from the sea.
I must about the business. Farewell.
Farewell, my friend. Farewell, Joanna, my own dear daughter who I have not seen all these many years, whose childish laughter I still hear when sleep doth clog my brain. So gay, so young as I remember her, whose innocent tears did make her eyes blue pools, whose deeps uncharted held what wonders none might guess at. The blood pounds my brain and hurts my eyes. What would she say to know her father was a murderer? She must never find out, never behold my face. Yet, I must see her again. Ere she departs. I must. I must. Yes. He'll bring her here, that I may once again behold her face. It is impossible that she should remember me. The beadle coming here, that's good. For I'll dispose of him in some way. Joanna safe, good, good. All that leaves is a judge who I so foolishly let slip. And then to the sea with Mrs. Lovett? Perhaps. Perhaps. The way is clear to end it all. These single threads begin to weave a pattern in my mind. Joanna freed, brought hither by the sailor, that baits the hook that will draw the judge to me. And once drawn in, why, I'll gut him for sure.
Some service, Master Barber, are you there?
That accent has a pleasant ring. Ascend, sir, if you will. I'll be with you straight. I'll soon polish him off.
The oven's over here. And make sure that you close the door properly, like this.
Of course, they're big enough, ain't they?
Scarce big enough to bake all the pies we sell. 10 dozen at a time I do, but I ain't never got many over, I can tell you. Now, the meat deliveries are irregular. But I dare say you'll get the hang of it as you go along. And the pies is over there, and you can have as many as you like.
Now you're talking.
There's something to be getting on with.
These cellars aren't half big. Blaming huge they are. You can get yourself lost down here, unless you follow your nose. Never mind. What's this? A hair? Yuck. That ain't very tasty, is it? Don't look like one of Mrs. L's. Oh, well, must have been a hairy cow or something. I don't know if I like this one more, though. Smashing. Come here, you little bleeder. Must be a bone or something. Funny shape for a bone. It's a fingernail! It's a whole bleeding fingernail! I don't think I like these pies no more. What's that? It's a bloke with his head off sewn off. I'm getting out of here. Locked! I can't get out! Help! Help! There must be another way out of here. There must be. There must be. There must be.
Another one below.
I can hardly keep up with you. Well, the boy will know by now then.
That matters not. There's no way out besides the door. You locked it.
Of course! What did you take me for?
Good. I didn't mean to criticize, my love. And maybe, before the day is out, your cottage by the sea has come a little nearer.
How do you mean?
The beetle's coming hither to investigate the smell arising from the cellar.
Is he now?
And before long, perhaps he'll add to it. Sounds like Anthony. I must go talk with him.
Won't be long now, and then I'll have him all to myself. Ooh, there we'll sit wiggling our toes in the sand. Now where have I heard of that? What's that sailor he's got upstairs? He's always humming it. Oh Lord, he's in. Oh, do come in, sir.
I'm in already.
So you are. Sit you down, then.
I'm here on official business, ma'am. There've been complaints.
Oh, about the smell? I know, shocking, isn't it? Must be the rats or something. You know, you do look awful tired, sir. Why don't you take the weight off your feet for a minute and sit you down?
I'm a busy man, ma'am, and I'll thank you if you let me inspect your cellars.
The keys are lost, sir. That's half the trouble. We can't get down there to see what the trouble is.
Then I'll have to break down the door now, won't I?
No!
And why not, Frey? Is there something down there you don't want me to see?
No. No, it's just them stairs is awful steep, and I wouldn't want you to fall and do yourself a mischief nor nothing. Here, just let me set the table for Mr. Todd and put his pie out for him. It's special for him, and I wouldn't want him to miss it and take an ordinary one by mistake. Ooh, done to a turn it is, just how he likes it.
Between you and me, missus, I wouldn't bother setting the table. You will not be eating that pie of yours today.
Why ever not?
Because when I've had a look down on your cellars, I'm going to arrest him.
Oh, I arrest him, whatever for?
Oh, I don't know, but the bishop was down here yesterday to go to a wedding, and the stink upset him so much he damn near married the wrong people. Now that just won't do. He's going to my superiors, and they want results. So take your pick. I've either got to arrest you or Mr. Sweeney Todd. But first, I'll have a look down at your cellars to see just what's going on. Perhaps we won't have to make up any charges. Maybe there'll be some real ones.
Oh, what a waste. I'll have to throw it away now. I made it special, slaved over it. It breaks my heart to see someone who didn't really appreciate it gobble it down. Say, you wouldn't do me a favor, would you?
Man, I'm a busy man. I have no time for
Oh,
favors.
you seem such a considerate, kind-hearted sort of man.
Oh, very well. What is it? tasted a better pie. Now I think we'll pay a call on Mr. Todd before I inspect the cellars. If he has the key, I can save myself the task of breaking down the door. Upstairs, you say? I will inform you of our interview.
Go to the cellar, he says. And what about the boy? Oh, I suppose I'll have to do him if he interferes. All I ever wanted was a nice little house by the sea and enough to keep me comfy. And now look at me. My poor old mum must be turning in her grave. Never mind, Mum. It'll be worth it to get some of that sea air in my lungs. And wait him out of the way. We're halfway there.
I must not underestimate this man. He tricked my Lucy to her downfall. He must not trick me. He won't come for a shave, that's for sure. And yet, I hear him coming.
Mr. Todd,
Ah! Sir?
what were you doing there?
There? Where?
As you were sitting.
Nothing. Nothing at all.
Come, don't trifle with me. What were you about?
I was just sitting, waiting for a customer.
See this chair.
No, sit back.
Out of the way, I'll see it.
Don't sit.
And why not?
It, may be dangerous.
Dangerous? Not while I have my pistol. See? There, I'm still quite safe. Now, what is it about this chair that makes you so afraid?
Okay, I'm discovered. My guilt is found. Please, sir, let me go. Have mercy on me. I'll share it all with you if you let me go free.
Sure what?
My guilty spoils. There's a lever on this chair that activates a secret drawer, and in it are my jewels, for I've sometime been a thief.
Jewels, eh?
Diamonds and pearls, great emeralds and rubies, enough for both of us.
I think not, Mr. Todd. Enough alone for me, perhaps. Why should I share with a thief? If I've pulled this trigger, all is mine. Now let's see this treasure.
The treasure is all yours, my friend. I wish you the joy of it. Mrs. Lovett, all is well, I trust?
All's well! His neck's broken!
Dispose of it. No trouble from the boy?
I don't know where he is!
Seeking another exit from the prison. You'll find no comfort there. The end's in sight. One more, and we'll be done. Now it's time to write a letter to the judge to lure him hither and complete the score. I'll do it straight. Oh, haste the night!
So far, all's well. What kind of man is this Jonas Fogg that he immures so many souls from these high and flinty walls? I'll not hesitate to kill him,